like this. Oh my God, ये लड़का जापान गया है, वही लड़का है. New Zealand, one from USA, I think 3 of them from UK, South Korea. I remember I bought a knife, Japanese knife, when I was coming back.
It's really interesting that you went in your BTech mechanical engineering era.
I was in 3rd semester, and when I landed, I was very happy to see the land, the weather. It was very clean, the environment, the breathe.
Hi everyone, I'm Antara Puranik and I'm the main coordinator.
I am Nandini. I'm also a coordinator for our India Sakura Science Club Alumni Association, and we are here today to discuss with Priyam how he went to Japan. Why are we making this video?
As an interviewer, students, if they are visiting Japan, they should get some information.
Yeah, this is for college students. We have Priyam with us today here, who is one of the coordinators for our India Sakura Science Alumni Association, and we are all coordinators for the India Sakura Science Alumni Association. जो college students है, who apply on their own, who reach out to people in Japan on their own or through some events. We have come across a lot of these questions from people who are trying to apply to Sakura Science Exchange program, but they don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. This video is part of a series. We are trying to start a series here which will help you to know from people who have actually been there, who have been through the whole process. Priyam, please give your introduction.
Hello everyone, I am Priyam Srivastava, working as a PhD scholar in IIT Jammu. I am working on thermal measuring material, and I have been in Japan in 2018 when I was in BTech second year.
Let's discuss more about your professional experience first. Like, what do you do in detail?
I started my BTech in 2016. Yes, in 2018, in the starting, I went to Japan, and there was a GAN course organized in IIT Kanpur that is based on EG-based robotics. In that course, students were selected from all over India. We were actually 30 students selected from all over India. Course at the end of that course, a exam was scheduled. That is a conclusion of that course, basically. Through that exam, professors have selected 6 students, and they said that these 6 students will go under Sakura Science program into the laboratory of Hiroki Wagatsuma. And he was the speaker and guest professor in IIT Kanpur at that time. Let me tell you one more exciting thing. How I get to know about this course, that is important. Actually, I used to follow IITs and their laboratories initially during my BTech first year. Gradually, I get to know that there are different workshops which is being held on. So I used to work at that time on robotics. So I was very curious about robots. So and one day I saw a page on my Facebook. One professor is coming in IIT Kanpur to give a lecture on EG-based robotics. I was very curious about what is EG-based robotics. I just searched on Google and I get to know that, okay, this is a robotics which works on our brain signal. So I was very curious and excited, but the BTech schedule is very hectic and it is very tight during the working days. So what I did, I asked my professor at that time and my HOD that, sir, I'm very curious about this course and I need 1 week leave to attend this course. So he said that you will lack in your syllabus, you have to cover it, that will be very difficult for you. I said, okay, I will cover it. Just give me the 1 week leave. I will see whatever I can do. So I'm very much interested to attend this course. So he said, okay, it's up to you. So he has given me the leave and I attended the course. One more thing, before joining this course, I just messaged or emailed. I think I just emailed him, Dr. Hiroki Wagatsuma. At that time, he said that I am coming to India this time, and I showed my interest in that email that I am very much interested in EG-based robotics and I would like to see that how you work on these robots in your laboratory. So at that time he said that I am coming to IIT Kanpur, you should attend this course. So I am planning that at the end of this course that we can take you as a student under a Sakura Science program. At that time I didn't know about this Sakura Science program. So I said, okay, that will be a great opportunity if it happens. So he says, okay, so I joined finally. fine with that course. And I did a very good performance at the end of the examination. He said that those people who were selected in this course will go to the Japan under this program. So very much surprised and happy that I am going to Japan. It was, I can't explain that how much I was happy, because I am not an IITian at that time. I'm not a student studying from a very big college. So that was a very good opportunity for me. And my family was also very happy and surprised actually how you selected for that exam, that visit.
So from that one visit, now it was a starting of your beautiful journey, and now you are the coordinator of that program.
Yes.
So how are you
Yes.
feeling? From that
Yeah.
one decision, it led to your current positions.
Yeah, my family members also used to say that this is a program under which you went to Japan, and now you are coordinating the events of this program. So you should have a proud. I said to them, yes, I am having the proud for this position, and I am very happy that people are going through this program, because this program have a unique feature. It doesn't require for your any eligibility criteria or such as experience. So without having any research experience, you can go under this program. So this is the very good thing. If I am organizing this program, I have a lot of connection. I used to get a lot of connections, not only with coordinators but also with the audience. Even last few weeks ago, I received some messages in LinkedIn. So they made a connection on LinkedIn and they asked that I need the guidance. Can you guide me? How do I can get this scholarship? I just share the official websites and I just guided them, so they are happy. I'm happy to be here as a coordinator, because I can help out to those people who really want to go and want to explore Japanese opportunity.
I really liked how you shared that you were not an IITian when you were selected for this program. So with this, we know that there are no college tiers that Japan government is considering in your application. You just need to be really interested in science and technology. That's it. And in your case, you personally reached out to a professor who has come to India, to one of the universities over here, and you got to personally interact with him because you were interested in the project that he was working in. So,
I need to add one information here. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, the offer letter given by the JST, that was I remember Priyam Srivastava, IIT Kanpur. Basically, I was selected through IIT Kanpur, which has a MOU. So, we can't say that Sakura Science Program is applicable for those who are not from those colleges which doesn't have an MOU. It should have an MOU if you want to go.
Okay.
So this is the criteria. So both Professor IIT Kanpur as well as Japanese professor, they both discussed each other that we want students under this program. So why not we can also take from this course, since people are coming from all over India and they will have a great opportunity and they may have a wonderful career in future. So that were the idea.
So an MOU is very important. This MOU is signed by the professors between them or by the universities?
By the universities. IIT Kanpur and Kyotegi, Japan. So basically what they used to do, they used to sign basically in between the professors. Professor used to approach to another professor, Japanese professor, and they used to sign on that MOU. And we usually say that institutions have MOU with that institutions.
Okay.
So it also happens. So in IIT Jammu also it has happened. I think in January, people have visited in Japan. I think Shibura Institute it is. I don't remember the exact name of that institution, but 4 to 5 people have visited, including the professor.
Which university did you go to?
It was Kyushu Institute of Technology, Fukuoka, Japan.
In India?
In India, it was where I Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University.
And which course were you doing?
BTech, Mechanical Engineering.
If I was at your place and I want to apply for the Sakura exchange program, so what were the necessary things that were required for the application that you sent to them, and how much time did it took when you sent the application and when it got accepted and when you went? So can you please?
You are a student who are under MOU with Japanese universities, or you are from any other colleges or institutions? Could you please clear this one? Then I will tell you how to do.
So we will consider both the situations one by one. So first, if my university is having connection with a Japanese university, so
then it is very easy. I mean, I will say very easy. So you have to approach your Japanese professor. Obviously, you will not do. You have to approach with your current guide or professor in first, India, yes. And he will approach to him. He will ask Indian professor will ask to Japanese professor, we want to come under this Sakura science program, because since there is a rule that only Japanese universities professor can apply for this Sakura science program. So Indian professor will ask that we want to come and want to do some research or any exposure in Japan. So we just want to come in Japan and want to see your laboratory and want to see the beauty of Japan. So they used to approach in professor in Japan, and he will apply for that program. So this is the case, and he will also indicate that he is inviting for this particular number of students or person. So he has to indicate that thing. And if you are from any other institutions in India, those who are not having MOU, so what they can do, they can ask to his professor, if it is possible to make an MOU with their universities or institution in Japan, then that's fine. Otherwise, if you are unable to do so, you can approach to those institutions which already have MOU. So you need to search about it, and then you need to contact that particular professor. The first thing and the very easy thing how you can find these professors, because you are unable to identify if you are new in this field. So you just see in our Sakura Science website that who has visited to Japan. So you can easily see their institution name also, and the professor under which students were gone to Japan. So it is easy to find, and you can contact through email, or if institution is nearby to you, then you can directly go and talk to him directly that you are interested to go Japan. You have to tell that why you are so interested, because someone is spending money, so they cannot give the opportunity to everyone. So you need to show your interest. If he think that you are a suitable candidate, he will guide you further what to do.
The most important thing, how do you write a strong email which will show that you are very interested to go over there? And number two, how do you convince them? You said you can say that you want to visit the laboratories and you want to collaborate in that way. Can you list out all the possible requests or things that you can put in an email and send to a professor in a Japanese university? Okay.
In our last Sakura Science meeting, I think it was 4th alumni meet, there I have presented a presentation on how to get a scholarship in Japan, how to write an email to professor. It is applicable for all the students who want to study in abroad. So this is very important, and it is very crucial stage to decide. So first of all, there are a lot of format available in the Google if you type that how to write the email. But the main thing which I would like to suggest you, keep it short and be precise. I have mailed to multiple countries, and some of them they don't reply, maybe because of their busy schedule, maybe the email is going to spam. But I got the most of the responses from everywhere. The good thing is that one more thing, if you are emailing and showing your interest, kindly attach your CV also. And CV should look good. It doesn't have any spelling error, or format should be good enough to read, and it should be precise, because you just see they don't have any time to look over each and every candidate, and choose your word wisely, then contact. And email should look like a request, or it should be humble, easy to read also. Do not add the fancy words. Take it easy. It is not tough, and don't lose hope, because sometimes you won't get the response.
The email should be personalized according to what that professor is doing, is it?
Yes, exactly.
Because if you are in that field, no, exactly. Related to that field only.
Let me clear one thing. What people used to do, if they used to draft a common general email, and they used to make, they used to send just by changing the dear professor. by changing their name, that's it. And they are sending all the emails. So they will not get the response because they know professor is educated person.
Yeah.
So he knows that you are sending a common email and you are sending to multiple professors. So it should be specific that you are taking a time to write that email. And if you are writing your SOP and why you want to join his laboratory, or even in India or in abroad. I am not specifically saying about Japan. You can write it anywhere, but you should be specific and attach your CV. I am again suggesting that the content should not go beyond one page. It should be ended in within one page. If you are, going beyond that, that seems like an essay.
So, a lot of people ask me that even after you do all this, you have a strong application. Why would the professor be interested in inviting you?
Okay.
What does he
Yes.
have in it? He has to give you his time. Why would he be convinced?
So that thing, you have to write in your SOP because in short email you can't write it, and in the CV he cannot read everything. In short, he can read it, but in your statement of purpose, you have to be clear that why you are interested to join his laboratory and how this visit will be beneficial for. That particular candidate who is writing this email. So he must be clear, and he himself or herself should think that how it is beneficial because it is, unique for each and every person. You cannot copy from anywhere.
Right.
So it has to be clear in your SOP. You can, if it is short, then you can also write in email. But please remember that email should not be like, it should not seem like an essay. It should be precise and short.
So I can apply through this Sakura exchange program. अगर मैं master student हूँ और मैं PhD कर रही हूँ, if I'm a postdoc student also, then also I can apply for Sakura exchange program.
Yes, exactly.
Like Sakura exchange program only provides an introductory visit, right? So
Yes.
it will only provide you a visit to Japan for maximum 20 days.
Maximum 15 days, I guess.
15
It
days.
is 15 days, yes.
So why you applied? You wanted to learn something, some instrument or some technique from them, or
yes.
what
Actually,
was your interest for applying there?
So I was very curious, as I said you before, that I was curious in robotics, and the EEG based robotics is the really advanced one that you are controlling anything from your brain. So that is very exciting. So I was very curious, and I have shown my interest. I remember I made a robot in my first year for the competition. I showed to that Japanese professor. He was laughing at that time. Okay, this is the robot. I said that this was my first time so that I made a robot, but still he appreciated that effort. When I saw those signals, when I was in Japan, I saw how they are collecting those signals. How it is catching that signal, how sensor work. So that was my research question. So at that time, I get to know, okay, these are the materials which helps in those prospectus, and I got the multiple offers from different countries. I had an acceptance letter from Japanese university, Tohoku University, it is called, under Professor Yuji Ichikawa.
I think you were really smart in this, that you went over there and you built a network. You got all the contacts and they're still in touch with you. One person in my batch was busy collecting all the contacts of all of the professors because he had to do a major in biology. That's why. So you have to be smart about that as well.
When I was in BTech and I visited in Japan, I made a connection with professors. Not only that laboratory where I visited, but also there was other laboratories.
Let's talk about your journey to Japan. So you applied through that professor. That professor actually applied for you and invited you to come to Japan through the Sakura Science Exchange program. In the group that you went, did you go in a group?
Yes, it was a group.
And who was the supervisor for that group?
There was not a specific supervisor. There were PhD students. When I get the offer letter that I am selected for this program, as a Japanese professor told me, and he said that just apply for the passport if you don't have. And I didn't have the passport at that time. So he said to do it as early as possible. So because of me, everybody else were pending. So I just started, and it took 1.5 months to get the passport. Then after he applied, and he has sent the GST official letter, which has to be submitted in embassy, Japanese embassy in India for the visa. So, and after getting the visa, I was so excited, and I was unable to focus on my study because I was so excited and happy. And you can also watch the videos that what are the essential things which you have to carry with yourself. And this is the one of them. I remember I bought a knife, Japanese knife, when I was coming back. And when I landed, I was very happy to see the land, the weather. It was very clean, the environment, the breathe. Everything was new to me, and I was very happy and excited. Finally, when I met, after coming out, I met with a Japanese person who was working in Wagatsuma laboratory along with the professor. Professor also came at that time to pick up us. I can't explain that how much I was happy at that time to see the sky, to see the earth, to see the roads, cars, everything looks new. Yes, everything was very good and excitement was fulfilled of excitement. He just picked us in a bus, airport bus, the professor, and we went to a particular place. I don't remember that place exactly, but from there he has already booked cab. So he just took us and went for lunch. He took us to a Indian restaurant. That was very, good thing. We have tasted multiple chapatis and cheesy chapati and our Indian gravy, and that was vegetarian also. For non-veg person, they could also take the non-veg thing. But for veg, it was perfect, I can say. We don't need to worry about anything at that time. And yes, that day he has given the money, the Japanese money to expend in within that particular duration while we are staying in Japan. And he has given one mobile phone also to whole group, group leader, so that wherever we are going, if we need any emergency or something, we can directly call to him because our signal will not work. So it was a beneficial.
Yes,
thing.
Antara.
Yes, Antara.
So I wanted to ask you said that your professor gave you the Japanese currency.
Mhm.
So like when I visited, we in India only we have to change the currency from rupees to yen. So you said that you didn't change the currency in India, but you received the currency when you landed in Japan. So
for the safe side, I did for some rupees because I don't want to be in trouble after landing. So I just did, and I just saved in my forex card. I just made a forex card, converted that money in that card itself. I didn't have a single yen in my hand when I was there in Japan, but I had a card, and that currency was itself in that card. If I want, I can take it off from their ATM. The good thing is that he has given the money on the same day. I think 15,000 yen was there for our personal expenditure. But everything he used to arrange itself for ticket, for food, for tea, coffee, everything he used to arrange. We don't need to spend anything.
what was your schedule when you visited Japan? So, what was your lab schedule, and after what hours you were free? So, what was the whole schedule for the whole week?
Professor will tell you that first day, the rest day, second day, it was the lab tour or lab visit or lab introduction, you can say. And the third day, it was the visit to city, the visit to the city. And we have visited in the market, whatever we want to buy. Or it is like one day you study and one day you enjoy. So he has scheduled like this. You have to be on time. 9 o'clock means 9 o'clock. It's not 9 1. When we used to go out in the market, in the city, or in the museum, wherever it is. So what Japanese professor used to do, he used to assemble at a point. He used to say that uh, go everywhere, wherever you want. You have ticket, you have everything, you have money, but come back after 2 hours. You are independent at that time, and the schedule is usually decided by the professor. You don't need to be worried.
So, my second question for you is that if I'm applying for the Sakura exchange program, So I have to do so many things, like I have to write the application, I have to wait for the reply, I have to apply for the visa and all, I have to means book the air tickets, then traveling and all that. So it is a little bit tedious than the everyday work life. So is it worth to do all these things? Like if I have, I'm having some second thoughts, like will it be fine to go there in some other country? So if someone is having some second thoughts, so please tell the benefits and the means positive things that happened after you visited Japan in your life, in your career. What were the achievements? What, how you felt after you visited Japan? Like, was it all worth of all your means your work? Was it worth all that, or you felt somewhere that, oh, I might have to visit some other country also? Was like, so how was the means your, how you felt? How was your situation?
So I usually wanted to stand in an international community. So if anybody wants to stand in international community, then he should have an international exposure. He should have experience to work in an international exposure, international environment, and international community. So if you are going to any new place, maybe in India, maybe in abroad, so you must learn the culture, the language, if it is possible, or the behavior of the person. And the most important thing is that work environment you have to learn, because uh, one day will come when you have to work. And if you are giving your interview in any company, then it will be an additional and very good advantage if you are showing that you have already visited in abroad and you have work experience with foreign people or in international environment. So company will also be happy to hear that he is interviewing a person who is already having international environment. Since you are selected from many people, so you have some capabilities, that's why you are selected. And if you are denying that opportunity, that means you are denying your I mean career opportunity.
Being a Sakura club member is a very prestigious thing. Like, it opens so many doors after you become a Sakura Science Club member. So that's very prestigious thing, an honorable thing also.
Exactly, because one of the most important thing I would again like to remind you, we are not paying anything. Someone is paying for us. That gives us the value. That why somebody is paying to you.
What was your experience after you went to Japan? What changes have you seen in your career growth with the help of that program?
Okay, so let me just tell you the informal thing first, then I will tell you the formal and then the big opportunity. So when I came back to my institution and joined again my classes and everything, people was seeing like this, oh my god, ये लड़का जापान गया है, ये वही लड़का है. People was looking, I mean, giving the different reaction when you came back and sitting in the class. But for masters, I got the offer from multiple places. Let me tell you the country name: New Zealand, one from USA, and uh, I think three of them from UK, and University of Strathclyde was also included at that time. But I decided to pursue my masters in Chonnam National University, South Korea. I got the offer letter along with
Wow.
the acceptance letter. Everything was finalized at that moment. And the second one is that I can proceed with the Indian universities or IITs or central universities. This was the second option. Then after completing my, about to complete, when I was about to complete the master degree, I again approached to professors from Japan, again in Korea, and in abroad, maybe I think, yeah, UK again, I applied. And in France also, there is a PNST program. There also I applied, but some of them rejected and some of them accepted again. I got two opportunities, two or three opportunities. One from University of Strathclyde, UK. They were giving around 2,000 euro scholarship or 20,000 euro. I don't remember exactly. I need to see my offer letter. And the second one was the Open Doors Russia scholarship. That was actually Olympiad. There I got world rank 8 in materials science and world rank 28 in engineering field. So I got one of the most prestigious scholarship of Russia that was completely fully funded, including visa one. And along with that, after some time, I got the offer letter from Chennai National University again, and this time with the scholarship, partial scholarship. But professor said that whatever amount you will be getting, that will be more than sufficient amount. So if I will convert it into Indian rupees, that is around 2.5 lakhs Indian rupees. So that is more than enough. If I could save also, and I could send the money to my home also. So, and he said that if you are doing well in your laboratory, in your research, then you can earn more. And in the meantime, I got the offer from IIT and CSIR. Two offers from CSIR I got the from as far as I remember, Bhubaneswar and Bhopal.
So Priyam, I have one question. If I have means I'm in an institute which has a MOU with Japanese institute. So for that, is it means there ki my institute should also pay half the price, or and the Japanese will pay half the price, or the whole finance is covered by the Japanese government? So what is the financial condition for that?
Yes, Antara. So let me clear that if you are selected, then the cost is usually beared by the Japanese government. But the first thing which you have to bear, firstly, that is airfare. And visa is completely free because the letter which you will be getting from JST, there it will be. I mean, they will write that you don't have to pay or something, but embassy will not ask for any single rupee to you. So, but for the ticket, air ticket, you have to arrange by yourself. And but don't worry, that price will be reimbursed, and whatever it is cost, that will be reimbursed once you are going to Japan. Then at the same day or the after a day, you will get the money by the professor, Japanese professor.
Okay, so means indirectly आपका कोई उसमें financial ये नहीं था that
Initially, I had to arrange when because the amount was huge and we didn't save that much money. It was around 83 or 86,000 for airfare, as far as I remember. So we didn't save any money, but anyhow we have arranged from somewhere. And yes, if you don't have any, I mean, you should remember that you should have a flight fare ticket. You can go with your own booking, or you can go with the agent, whatever you have. Usually in IITs, they used to have an agent. They used to just say that, okay, book this flight ticket. I will give the payment later on. It can also be possible. But if you don't have this kind of connection, then you have to arrange for the flight ticket. But after you coming back, you will get the money. Don't worry.
So I read in the application somewhere that if you come under this specification, then you have to arrange for flights.
So Priyam, I have one more question. Ki if there are people who are applying for the Sakura exchange program in 2024, so please give them some advice from your side, as you are the experienced one. So please give some advice.
As far as I remember, Sakura Science program opens the applications twice a year. Again, I am saying that we don't need to apply for this program. Usually, Japanese professor used to apply, and this is the eligibility criteria. Only Japanese people can apply for this program, and they can select to the participants that how many participants will be selected for that program. But what you can do, you can approach to a maybe Indian supervisor or professor, or maybe Japanese professor. You can approach to professor directly, and if you are approaching to Japanese professor, you just say that you are interested to work in his laboratory, and if it is possible to come under as a Sakura science program, then he will guide you whether he is having any collaboration in India or not. Otherwise, you can also have a MOU with your institution, and you can guide him. If you are unable to guide him, you don't know what is the procedure, and maybe you have selected a Japanese institution, maybe professor is new and he also don't know how to apply in this program, then you can approach to us, you can approach to me. I will tell you that what is the procedure and where you can go. I will send the details and website. I will guide you. Then you can tell to him, okay, this is the procedure, you can follow this route and you can apply for the same. So there are two routes, again I'm just describing in short. First way, you can approach to directly a Japanese professor and ask whether he can give this opportunity, and it is possible for you to come in his laboratory. If he is having another fund, then he can give you and invite you with any other funding. Otherwise, he will ask for this Sakura science program and he will write the proposal for the same. But if you are applying through the Indian professor, then approach. If you are already having the MOU with any Japanese university, that's fine. Otherwise, you can make an MOU. And if you are if you are studying in any institution which are not having any MOU, maybe there are multiple state universities which are not having any MOU, then what people can do, they can approach to nearby IIT or any prestigious institution in India and approach to professor directly, work with him and show your interest that you are interested to work with him, and also you want to go Japan and want to work in this laboratory, whatever your area of interest. So, and ask him and convince him that you are the only suitable candidate and you are serious about this. You are not just going for the visit. You are going for the gaining some knowledge and experience. And you are absolutely, you will do absolutely well after getting this opportunity. You have to prove it. Again, congratulations. Maybe you will select it.
Thank you so much. I hope he cleared all of the questions in order to apply to the Sakura Science Exchange program. And thanks to Priyam again. And if you if you are someone who went to Japan through the Sakura Science Exchange program and are a member of the Sakura Science Club, go ahead and join all of our social media groups that we have created. We want to create a strong network of all the people who have gone there. And also, if you are interested in interviewing with us, please comment down below or reach out to us on our social media handles.
I have one more thing to say. If anybody wants to, wants the guidance that how to go to Japan and what are the scholarships available, how to, what to do, what to write, then you can also approach me and I will guide you further that what is the appropriate time and where you can see the opportunity, how you have to prepare yourself and how you have to make your profile so that you can be selected. So, yeah, that's it. That's it from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
हाई स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स का वी विल डू थोड़ा सा बाद में, बट ये थोड़ा कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स के हमारा इंट्रो भी
Hi, I'm Antara.